Hello, I'm going to be showing you how to draw the gland flange in SolidWorks as a model for the moment. Later on we'll be doing the assembly, but just for the moment we'll be making the part. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go into SolidWorks, of course, File, New, and make sure this is selected so we can make a new part. When you get into the program, you're going to see that we've got millimeters, grams and seconds selected. You want to change that to inches, pounds and seconds, and make sure you always check this at the start, because it can cause a whole lot of problems later on if you don't. So looking at our drawing, we're going to start by trying to draw this top profile here. So we're going to use the top plane is our plane for the sketch. Left click and press sketch. Now whenever I open up a sketch like this, I like to draw two center lines. Gives you a good basis for a start. It's not working. There we go. And then you press escape, go back on it again. There we go. Just extend these out a little bit. So the first thing we're going to draw is you want these three circles here drawn. So we'll open up the circle tool in the sketch tab, and we'll do the central circle first, making sure it's coincident with the origin. Extend these out a little bit more, and have two more circles coincident with your horizontal center line that you've got. Now the first relation we're going to add is a symmetric relation. So you're going to hold Control, click the center of that circle, click that vertical center line, and the center of that circle there. Oop, just clicked one too many there. Again. And as you can see, we've got that symmetric relation right there. Click that, tick. So you can see it's symmetric with that vertical center line. The next relation we want to add is we want to make these two circles equal. So again, hold Control, and this time you're going to click on the arc, and the arc of the other as well. And here you've got all your relation options, and we're just going to select the equal option there. Tick that. So now as you can see, these aren't dimensioned at all, as you can see by the blue lines. When everything is black, they've been dimensioned. So we're looking for the dimensions of these holes. So these small circles, we have 11/16. So we're going to give them an 11/16. And the other one should change because we've already made that equal relation. Now we've got the centers of these circles. So we need 3 3/8, and that should give us 3.38. And for the center circle, you might get confused by using this, but it's actually this dimension we're looking for. So we'll just add a 1.5 dimension in there. And now as you can see, they've all turned black, so they've all been dimensioned. Next we want to try and draw this outline profile here. So the first step is we're going to go into the sketch tab and open up a center rectangle. We're going to bring that out there. We just want to make this a little bit neater, so we bring out our dimensions. Just bring these out a little bit. So as you can see, we've got a rectangle, and this rectangle is 4 3/4 from there to there, and 2.5 across the face. So we'll just dimension that up. that above there. Now that's fully dimensioned for the moment. Next we want to try and get these corners cut, and to do that we're just going to draw a 45-degree line from here to there, and it should snap. Just like that again. It'll snap at 45 degrees, as you can see there. And we have 3/4, 3/4. Dimension that just like that. Now we've got it for this corner, but we need it for all the other corners. So a simple way to get it around the shape is to mirror this line across this line here. So we're going to go on the Sketch tab again and mirror entities, and we just want to mirror this entity here, and we want to mirror about this horizontal center line. And as you can see, it'll come up there, and we'll just tick that box. And now we can do exactly the same and bring it across to here. So mirror entities again, click that one on this line. We're going to mirror it about that vertical center line, and then you've got this profile here, and we're still looking to get rid of these corners. And to do that, we can use the Trim Entities tool in the Sketch tab. So we'll just click that, and the power trim should automatically be selected. So you just want to left click and drag your cursor across like this. If you do make a mistake, you can always select the undo button here. Just going to drag that cursor there to get rid of that line. You don't need to worry about it turning blue, because we can always dimension this straight after. There again, and for this corner here. Now you can see we haven't changed any of these. We haven't changed the length of any of these lines, even though they're not dimensioned. So we can just dimension them again, and they should automatically be the same. Just like that. And there we have our full profile, our full top profile anyway, that's been fully dimensioned. The next step is we want to extrude this part, and as you can see the thickness is 3/4. So we're going to go into the Features tab and click the Extrude Boss, and as you can see the profile we want to be extruded has been selected. So we can just put that as 0.75 and tick that box, and now we have that profile. So what we want to do next is we want to try and get this cut here, this 15-degree cut, and we'll be using the front plane for this. So we're going to left click on that and sketch in the front plane. If you want a normal to view, you hold Control and click 8, and then you have this view to use. So now what you also want to do is you want to section view this part. As you can see, the front plane's already been selected, and click OK. And as always, we're going to put our 2 center lines in. Just intersecting the origin as normal. So to get that 15-degree angle, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at drawing a construction line right down here. So we need our hole to be 2 1/4 in diameter. So we'll have that, and we'll do 2 1/4 divided by 2. You can always do calculations in this box here. and we're going to draw another centre line here at the diameter of this hole. Make that 0.75. So we're looking to draw this profile, this 15-degree profile. I'm going to use the line sketch tool, and we're going to click where the center line intersects the top of this part. We'll bring it along to this other center line that we've just drawn. Again to the intersection and along there. Now these two lines, they should be already defined. So to fully dimension this shape, we can just smart dimension, click on there, click there, and change this angle to 15 degrees. The next thing we want to do is we want to go into the Features tab and use the Revolved Cut tool. Now our axis of revolution is going to be this middle center line here. So click that, and we'll select this shape as our contour. And there you go. That shape should be done. And you can always unsection it to see what it looks like. Part complete.